Hello children, how are you all? I welcome you all to First Language English class for 8th standard. Children, I hope you are ready with your writing material, your textbook, your pen, pencil. Are you all ready? Yes. Children, today we shall study a beautiful lesson. The name of the lesson is Prose 5, lesson for Nakul. Now we will be doing only the first part today. Okay, the author of this lesson is Neela Subramanian. Children, before we begin the class, why don't we do a small activity? Now, the activity is, let us see the lives of some of the brave and extraordinary people. Now, you must be wondering who are these people, right? Now, see the first picture here, children. Do you recognize this person, children? Yes, he is H. Boniface Prabhu. He is a Padma Shri awardee, wheelchair tennis player from India, and he is the first Indian to win a medal in International Paralympics Games. Let's move on to the next picture, children. So, he is Girish Sharma, a badminton champion. He lost one leg in train accident when he was just 2 years old. He has proved that no matter whatever the circumstances are, you can still be a champion in your preferred field in your life. Now, let's see the last picture. So, do you know him, children? No? Let me introduce you to him. He is Bharat Kumar. He was born with just a right hand by birth, okay, which means he just had right hand, but his physical disability never dissuaded him from pursuing his dreams, means it never stopped him from pursuing his dreams. Bharat Kumar, a world champion, has made India proud by winning over 50 medals in para swimming contests. Now children, how do people become successful? Now, all these 4 people that you saw, they were physically disabled, but still they were successful, isn't it? So, now the activity is, so there are some determining factors for success, right? Means there are some points that you need to achieve success. Now, you have to pick out the appropriate words that leads one to success. So, let me show you some words. So, what you are supposed to do is, as I show you those words, whichever leads one to success, whichever words that leads to success, those words you will write it in your notebook. Okay, am I clear? So, here comes the first word. The first word is quarrelsome. Now, does this word quality lead to success? Goal. Next it is laziness, commitment, overconfidence, inspiration, ego, struggle, positive attitude and interest. So, let me give you some time to write those words that lead one to success. Yes, I hope you have written those words, at least you have chosen which are the words that leads one to success, isn't it? Now, why don't we see the answers, children? Okay, so in order to succeed, the first thing you need to have is positive attitude. Secondly, you should have commitment. Okay, commitment to whatever you have started to do. Next, you need to inspire yourself every day to succeed better, and you have to keep up the interest to succeed in life. Whatever might be a problem, as you are succeeding, you will have lot of problem, but you have to overcome those struggles in life, and then you should always stay focused on your goal. So, all these things will lead to success, children. I hope you have got your words right. Very good, children. So, flowers for you all. In today's lesson, let's find how these factors are responsible in achieving success. So, are you all ready? Yes. Now, before that, let's learn the meaning of new words in this lesson. So, the first, can you see this picture, children? Yes, do you recognize this picture? Yes, this is your favorite team, RCB, right? Now, look at the sentence. RCB had to tussle to win against Chennai Super Kings in the IPL tournament. So, what is the meaning of tussle here? Yes, tussle means struggle, kastapadu, prayasapadu. So, we saw in the match that RCB had to struggle a little, to win over Super Kings, but ultimately we won the match, isn't it? Now, let's go to the second sentence. Oh, look at this. We see mother is saying something to her child. Hey, Amir, stop mumbling and speak loudly. So, what do you think mumbling would be? Yes, mumble means speech that is not heard clearly. In Kannada, it means aspashta matu. So, here mommy is saying stop mumbling. So, stop speaking unclearly, speak clearly and speak loudly. Look at this, children. How is the weather? It's very bad, right? The weather looks awful today. Why don't we go to picnic tomorrow? Now, can you guess the meaning of awful looking at the picture? Yes? Yes, awful means extremely bad or unpleasant, means bhikara. So, she is saying it's awful weather, means it's a very extremely bad weather. Now, look at this picture, children. The little teddy consoled its friend Kitty when it's lost its favorite box at school. Isn't it cute? Yes. Now, can you tell me the meaning of console here? Yes, console means give comfort or sympathy. It means samadhana padisu in Kannada, right? Now, yeah, who is this? This is Shalini and this is Vincy. So, when Shalini asked Vincy why she didn't attend the singing practice, Vincy retorted, it was none of her business and walked away. So, look at the expressions of Vincy. She seems to be very angry and she walking out with anger. So, what is the meaning of retorted then? Yes, it means quick or angry reply, means kopadinda uttarisu. So, here Vincy is angrily replying that it was none of her business. Now, move on to our next sentence, children. Look at Keshav, he looks very sad, right? So, Keshav came home dejectedly after losing a game of chess in the school tournament. Now, looking at the expression of Keshav, you can guess what is the meaning of dejectedly, right? Yes, you have guessed it correctly. Dejectedly means looking depressed, means besaradinda kanuvudu. Okay. Now, let's move on to the next picture. Oh, look at this picture, children. What is the man doing? The man on fire walking on the stage. So, people watched in panic when they saw a man on fire walking in the stage. So, what is the meaning of panic? Yeah, it means great fear, atiyada bhaya. Look at this picture, the usual classroom scene. Now, here the master is saying something to the student. So, he is Sujay. So, Sujay was relieved when his teacher did not punish him for not doing the homework. So the teacher must have asked Sujay, where is your homework? And Sujay must have told, I have not done my homework. So, the teacher has told it's okay. So, Sujay is very relieved that his teacher did not punish him. So, what is the meaning of relieved then? Yes, it means lessen anxiety, lessen your tension, means samadhana in Kannada. Okay. So, children, you have learned few words. Okay. Now, what shall we do? Now, let's read this lesson. So, I hope you remember all the meanings of those words. Now, let us see how they are used in this lesson. So, kindly open your textbook. Yes, please open page number 33. And now we shall do this lesson from para 1 to 26 today. Okay, are you all ready? Shall we start reading the lesson then? Yes? Okay. Prose 5, a lesson for Nakul by Neela Subramanian. The boys of class 6 came out of the exam hall. How did the maths paper go? I asked Akash, who was waiting outside. So, I finished all the problems, though it was quite a tussle, replied Tarun, the monitor of the class. Nakul came in just then. He looked depressed. What's up, Nakul? Maths is your favorite subject. Akash was surprised. I decided to answer the tough problems first and leave the easy ones for the last 10 minutes. But they took more time than I expected, so I could not finish 2 questions, Nakul replied. Never mind, it's not the final exam. Write faster next time or set your watch 10 minutes ahead so that you can answer all the questions, Akash consoled him. It's easy to say that as you don't have to worry, Nakul retorted. Akash was a new boy. He had joined the boarding school almost at the end of the first term. When the room was silent that night, Akash woke up suddenly. He looked at the next bed and saw that Nakul was awake. What's the matter? Akash whispered. I have made a terrible mistake, Nakul said. What's the mistake? Asked Akash. I am sure I have forgotten something. I think I have either written my name or my roll number on the maths answer script, Nakul mumbled dejectedly. Oh, is that all? I thought something awful had happened. Akash was relieved. Look, it's just 9:30. Sir is sure to be up. Let us go and see him. You can explain what's wrong. You're coming too? Thanks. Nakul looked relieved as the 2 boys crept off of the room and walked to the master's study. Mr. Verghese was startled to see them and listened to Nakul's stammered explanation. He unlocked a drawer and went through the answer scripts. You have written your name and roll number, Nakul. You panicked unnecessarily. He watched them leave his room. Soon the exams were behind them and the next event the boys looked forward to was the school's annual day. As Nakul was tall and well built for his age, the master chose him to play an important role in a drama. Help! I've got to learn so many lines, Nakul groaned. I will help you to practice till you're word perfect, Akash grinned. Nakul was glad for his generous offer and with Akash constant rehearsal soon learned his lines. I hope I won't forget the words. Nakul looked tense before the curtains went up. Don't worry, the words will come to you easily, Akash encouraged. To his surprise, Nakul found that he actually enjoyed his role. Thanks, Akash, you are a real gem, he said warmly. I am glad I could help you, Akash replied. So, with this, we have come to the first part of the lesson, children. Now, let's comprehend the lesson. It's a very simple lesson. I am sure you must have understood the lesson as I have read, isn't it? Now, let me ask you a few questions, children. The boys in the lesson belong to which class? So, here we have our Teddy will tell the answer. So, let me give you the option A 5 or is it B 4th class? Is it C 6th class? D 7th class? So, Which class did they all belong to? The answer is yes, 6th class. Thank you, Teddy. Next question. Who was Akash? So, Akash was a new boy. He had joined the boarding school almost at the end of the first term. Which was Nakul's favorite subject? So, the options are, was it English, science, social or maths? So, have you chosen your answer? Yes, Teddy, will you give us the answer now? Yes, it was maths. Yes. Now, let us move on to the next question. Why couldn't Nakul complete his maths problems in the test? Nakul decided to answer the tough problems first and leave the easy ones for the last 10 minutes. But they took more time than he expected. So, Nakul couldn't finish 2 questions. Now, how did Akash console him when he found that Nakul was depressed? So, Akash consoled Nakul by saying that it was not the final examination and to write faster next time or set his watch 10 minutes ahead so that he could answer all the questions. Look at Akash, how clever he is, isn't it? Now, I have made a terrible mistake. Who said these words? Yes, you are right. Nakul said these words. So, when was this said? So, when Akash woke up suddenly in the night and he saw that Nakul was awake. So, when Akash asked him why he was awake, so he said this one, I have made a terrible mistake. Now, what was the mistake according to Nakul that he had made? So, Nakul felt that he had either written his name or his roll number on the maths answer script. So, which means that he felt that he had not written his name or his roll number in the answer script. So, what was the suggestion given by Akash? So, he said since it was only 9:30 p.m., the teacher would be awake and they could go to him and explain. What was the name of the maths teacher? Yes? Your answer is Mr. Verghese, isn't it? Yes. So, the name of the maths teacher was Mr. Verghese. What was the reaction of Mr. Verghese when he found children at that time? So, he was startled to see them, means he was very surprised to see both Nakul and Akash in his room at 9:30 p.m. And how did he help them? So, even teacher was not very angry with them. What did he do? He listened to Nakul's stammered explanation. He unlocked a drawer and went through the answer script. And he said that he had written both his name as well as the roll number. So, had Nakul written his name and roll number in the answer script? Is it yes or no? So, what is the answer? I have prompted it earlier. Yes, he had written his name and roll number in the answer script and he was unnecessarily worried. So, what difference in Nakul's and Akash attitude you find in both the incidents, children? See, you can see Nakul was overconfident and always in a mess. So, he was unsure if he had done the task correctly. But Akash was very optimistic, he was very positive and he was helpful and he was very sweet natured boy. So, after the exam, what were the kids waiting for? Yes, was it for sports day? Was it for annual day or talents day? Yes, children. Yeah, now let's ask a Teddy, what's the answer? Yes, the answer is annual day. Now, why did the master choose Nakul to play an important role in the drama? As Nakul was tall and well built for his age, the master chose him to play an important role in a drama. So, how did Akash help Nakul? So, Akash helped him to practice Nakul's line till he was word perfect, means until he memorized it correctly, accurately. So, with Akash constant rehearsal, Nakul soon learned his line. Now, how did Nakul thank Akash after the drama? Nakul exclaimed that Akash was a real gem. So, Akash replied that he was glad to help him. So, what a sweet natured boy Akash is, right? And it is always nice to have friends like Akash. So, with this we have come to the end of the questionnaires, children. Now, children, let me welcome you all to the world of idioms. Now, look at this, children. It's a piece of cake. Now, that's an idiom. What is the meaning of it? It means it's very easy. Now, look at the second picture. Don't egg on her. Don't encourage her. Now, let's see the third one. He is a smart cookie. Means he is very clever. Now, let's have an activity here, children. Now, write these idioms in your book. Okay, I will show the idioms. You have to write those idioms in your notebook. The first one is to rain cats and dogs. Second one, be in the same boat. Third one, you are a real gem. Fourth one, to sell like hot cakes. Fifth one, cry over spilt milk. Sixth one, word perfect. So, have you written these idioms in your notebook, children? Yes. Now, why I am asking you to write these idioms in your notebook is because I will show you some pictures now. Okay, you have to guess the idioms looking at the pictures. Okay, so will you match those idioms that you have written in your notebook with the pictures that I show? Yes, are you ready? Yes, here comes your first picture. Now, look at that. So, can you guess the idiom here? Yes, it's raining cats and dogs. Now, let's use that in a sentence, children. It's raining cats and dogs. I don't know how I'll go to work. So, can you guess the meaning of this idiom? Let me give you the options. First, it's raining heavily. Second one, it's raining lightly. Or C, cats and dogs are falling from the sky. So, which one do you think is the correct meaning of the idiom? Yes, you've guessed it correctly. It's raining heavily. Okay, so it's raining cats and dogs means it is raining heavily. Second one. Now, look at this picture. Now, can you guess the idiom you have written? Yes, it is be in the same boat. So, let me give you a sentence to ask you to guess the meaning now. In the time of corona, everyone is in the same boat. So, what is the meaning of being in the same boat here? Is it all are in the boat? All are in the same situation? Or all like to sail in the boat? So, which one is the right option, children? Yes, I hope you have guessed it correctly. Yes, the answer is all are in the same situation. Look at this picture. So, here the man is saying, Sharmi, you are a real gem. So, what is the meaning of you're a real gem? Sharmi, you're a real gem. So, does it mean that person looks like a gem? Or does it mean that person is very beautiful? Or see, that person is very good? So, which one do you think is the right option, children? Yes, I think you have guessed it correctly. It means that person is very good. Now look at this lady. What's she having in her hand? Cakes. So, to sell like hot cakes. I hope you have guessed it correctly. Right? Now, let us look at the sentence. The copies of the books are selling like hot cakes. So, what is the meaning of selling like hot cakes here? Is it to have a very good sale? B, to have a very bad sale? Or the books are like cakes? Yes. Did you choose your option? Okay, let me give you the answer. Yes, the answer is to have a very good sale. Now, let's move on to the next picture. Now, can you guess the idiom? Yes? Yeah, It is cry over spilt milk. Now let's look at the sentence. You have broken the glass vase now. It's no use crying over spilt milk. So now let's check the option, children. Is it to cry about past events that cannot be undone? To cry you have wasted the milk? Or to cry in sadness? So which one is the right option, children? Yes, it is to cry about past events that cannot be undone. Now look at this picture. Can you guess the last idiom? Yes, it is your word perfect. So let's look at this sentence. His sister rehearsed his lines with him, and by the time the play opened, he was word perfect. So what is the meaning of word perfect here? Is it to produce words without any mistake? To be well learned? Or to be very clear? So which one is your answer? Yes, it is to produce words without any mistakes. Now tell me, what is an idiom? So idiom is called as nudigattu in Kannada. So idiom is a phrase or an expression whose meaning is different from individual words. So why do we use this idiom? Usage of idioms lends force, charm and color to the language, and that is why we use the idioms. Now let's get back to our lesson, and you have to remember these points in the lesson. The first one is both Nakul and Akash were studying in 6th standard. Nakul was overconfident and always in a mess. Akash was optimistic, courageous, generous and sweet-natured boy. Akash was always helpful to Nakul. When Nakul did not do well his maths paper, he encouraged him not to worry and said there is always a next time. When Nakul was upset if he had written his roll number or his name on his paper, he took him to the teacher and requested the teacher to check his paper. Nakul was chosen to play an important role in a drama, but he was anxious if he would remember the lines or not. Akash encouraged him, telling to practice the lines repeatedly. Akash always boosted his morale when Nakul was down in his spirits. So now let's come to the assignment part, children. Now you have to answer the following in 5 or 6 sentences each. So I just have one question here, that is, in what ways does Akash help Nakul? So you have to answer this question in 5 or 6 sentences. And secondly, you have match the idioms given in column A with the meanings in column B. So you have a match the following, which is also there on your page number 40. So I will just show you a picture of how it looks, the match the following. So this is how it looks, but it is there in your page, in your textbook on page number 40. Please look into that, this exercise, and do the exercise. Okay. So with that, children, we have come to the end of the class. I hope you enjoyed the class. Thank you and have a great time. See you, children.